What you're about to see is very disturbing. It happened the day Charlie Kirk was murdered. And I am going to show at the end how this ties directly to your First and Second Amendment.
This is a very important video. Wall Street Apes reposted it. The day Charlie Kirk was killed, everyone was focused on that, and Gavin Newsom and the California Democrats rammed through an online censorship bill that just straight up makes certain speech illegal. Let's watch.
Middle of all of this, something else happened around free speech, something nobody seems to be talking about, happening in the background while none of us are paying attention. The bluest state in the country, California, just passed the most censorious bill ever to be introduced in this country, SB 771, passing the Assembly on September 10th, 10 days ago. Then on September 16th, passing the Senate completely under our noses, which means right now, all that stands between complete statewide government censorship is Gavin Newsom's signature. Now, am I exaggerating about how bad this bill is? No, I am not. Here is the actual bill. You can pull this up yourself on the state's website. The bill's called SB 771. It's called Personal Rights Liability Social Media Platforms. In Section 2, Title 23 of the bill, it defines the penalties for breaking this new California law. If you post something on social media anywhere online that the state of California deems to be hateful, there's a penalty for that reckless violation, a civil penalty of up to $500,000. For an intentional, knowing, or willful violation, a civil penalty of up to $1 million. That is the definition of the state controlling speech, folks, not what Trump just did. We don't like what the FCC chairman happened to say on Benny Johnson's show, but there's a huge difference between that and real government censorship. And what type of speech is California trying to police here? Well, let's read from the bill. It says, this bill protects against online harassment, particularly when directed at historically marginalized groups. Which means what? If you were to, I don't know, point out who the Kavanaugh assassin is, which we all just learned about this morning in this new court filing, if you were to say who that person is, would you be fined $500,000? Pretty frightening. All of this happening in the midst of the media and Democrats, Barack Obama, Kamala Harris making hay out of Trump trying to attack the First Amendment. Meanwhile, the state of California is actively passing UK-style laws that will fine you for saying the wrong thing. Pretty wild. And this bill is completely done, folks. It's passed in the House. It's passed in the Senate. All that's left is Gavin Newsom signing it into law.
It really is completely insane. The penalties, if you post something on social media anywhere online that state of California deems to be hateful, there's a penalty for that reckless violation, a civil penalty of up to $500,000. For an intentional, knowing, or willful violation, the civil penalty of up to $1 million.
The Second Amendment is for defense only. It is not for offense. It is for protecting the rights given to you by God, including the First Amendment. Here we actually have in black and white on paper a violation of your First Amendment. The violation is actually on paper and in an illegal bill passed by the California government. That makes SB 771 evidence that someone has violated your First Amendment right. And although I am not suggesting it, I'm just pointing it out, this allows you to respond with your Second Amendment. You are invoking your Second Amendment to defend your First Amendment. That's why you have a Second Amendment. The only reason why is for defense only. Murder is offensive, like in the case of Charlie Kirk. But if Charlie Kirk was able to pick up a gun and shoot the person who was attempting to kill him, that would not be murder. That would be killing. And the Bible allows for killing in self-defense. I am not suggesting anyone does it. I am simply pointing out that you have the right to defend your First Amendment in California, and the Second Amendment was created to do so. Now, the only people that would be justifiably subject to the Second Amendment in this case would be the politicians that wrote the bill, the politicians that voted yes for the bill, and if Governor Newsom signs this into law, which I suspect will happen, but has not happened yet.